Welcome to the bold analysis. The controller of budget, Dr. Margaret Nyango, has been arrested. And he was arrested while attending a function in Mombasa, allegedly that he was facing some charges. And I have read what the Star are reporting. She and 10 others are supposed to face charges including conspiracy to defraud, contrary to Section 317 of the Penal Code, operating a circle without a license, contrary to a Section 24 as read with Section 66 of the Circle Societies Act 2008, forgery and uttering a false document on the Penal Code. This is in connection to a complaint made against her and 10 other people in 2016. This was before she became controller of budget. You don't need magic to understand that this is political witch hunt, and someone is out and about looking for his exit. That they operated this circle without a license. That they forged some documents. And this is something that happened in 2016. Now she is the controller of budget, and allegedly some complainant has come out and lodged a complaint against her. And out of the 10, despite the fact that she's a high-ranking state official, she's the one that has been arrested. And I understand that police trailed her while attending a function in Mombasa. And the 10 others are still not found. Who is even more easy to arrest, and even to arrest before her? I say, without fear of contradiction, no one is looking for the 10. Nyango, people are looking for her exit. And I have been following Margaret Nyango, and one of the recent videos I followed was the speech that he did, she told the bipartisan talks team. I want you to listen to that, because according to me, that is partly part of the reasons why she's leaving. Before that, she's being sought after. Before that, I'm reminding you about this fundraiser, this boy Austin. He got stroke, was bedridden for more than 3 years, came out, is yet to pick up. So we reached out to you on behalf of this boy that we can do a small fundraiser for the 2 days. I'm not going to do an extension, by the way, to help purchase, or rather to rectify some apportionment that he had, so that he will get an income, because he had children and the wife, and things have been so much unbearable. It comes from the other side of Dossier. So that's why I'm reaching out to you. The number is down there, 100 shillings challenge, or even 50. Any amount you can get will be appreciated. We started yesterday. I need to give you an update. I have 12,221. The target was 80,000. So I'm short by 68,000. Yeah, okay. Yes, that is it. I'll try. One thing I know, I'll not give up. I'll try to push to the end. Now, I want you to listen to this speech by Nyango. She appeared in the bipartisan talks team. Game shot. You don't need any other understanding. The reason why the government is going after Nyango is not this case. It is about some of this. She really, if you listen to that and I analyze, that is the same speech where she was saying that there have been she's been so much vocal on the issue of debts. She's been telling government that we're paying debts that we can't even account for. She's been so vocal on our payroll, on how we are paying ghost workers by doubling, tripling salaries of state officials. She's been so vocal on the budget estimates and the supplementary budgets that are coming. And if you listen to what she said, she's that at some point she's been turning down, rejecting some of those requests. I am saying without fear of contradiction, it is not about the 2016 case. And in fact, things don't just happen. Guys, they don't just happen. this is something that is well choreographed, and some people are feeling that she's stopping us from eating. That is it. 2016 case, then abruptly it's being revived. In fact, what has triggered that complainant to even raise it? And if there are 10, what is the coincidence that she's the only one who can be found still? Between her and others, who are even supposed to head to be, by all fairness, she's a state officer, by the way. And so maybe there is an access where she has and everything. But how is it that the 10 cannot be found? The 10 are also just civilians, Kenyans who can be arrested. They can also be found. So, this is a very interesting one. Sources said she was at a public event in Mombasa when she was trailed and arrested. Efforts to arrest others were ongoing. Officials said Nyango has been vocal about public expenditure. She came to office in June 2020. Now, tell me, Rigathi Gachagua said that state officials should not be arrested, they should be summoned. What will be difficult if she's just summoned? Let's get it. What will be difficult if she's just summoned by ESCC or the investigating authority? We have no report of her appearing before DCI or her appearing before ESCC. And we've seen others walking there. We've seen the Mandago, Wasingishu senator, walking to ESCC offices. Other state officials walking to ESCC offices and writing statements. There is no notice of it. And I want to tell you why I am strongly convicted that this is a trap that has been set with one objective of letting her, giving her an exit. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our video. I'm still reminding you about this fundraiser, guys. It's been a bit slow, and of course I understand because of the situation. Things are not good, but I'm one person that doesn't give up. I'll try to push this to the end. We are doing 12,221. We are short with 68. Yeah, I will maybe spread it to the weekend and see how that can get. Now, the corruption trap net is set against her. And I think she can't. This one, she can't escape. This is the 4 reasons why these people want Nyango out. Someone wants Nyango out. I think the termites, number one, the termites are coming out of the woodwork to feast, and she is the stumbling block. If you listened to what she presented at bipartisan talks, she's been saying that there are some requests that come because she approves before money is withdrawn from the exchequer. She approves, and there are some that he just rejects. Having made a judgment that this is just money that is not value for the taxpayers, she has been rejecting. And she said in that bipartisan talks team that as in her office, as the office holder, one of the things she's always been doing is just making sure that she stays within the lane. And I remember she's the person who even implicated Uhuru Kenyatta during the last reign, that last few days, when she was talking about that money that was withdrawn, about how she worked under pressure. You remember that? How she was under due pressure from the high-ranking state officials in Uhuru Kenyatta administration to approve some withdrawals. And if you remember the said WhatsApp chat between her and Ukuri Yatani, this is the same tight spot that she has gotten herself. She has gotten herself in the same tight spot where I see the termites are coming out and are saying we want to feast. And because of her boldness, she might be the stumbling block. And so that is one of the reasons why I see a possibility of her getting out. Remember, as we talk now, there is a supplementary estimate from, I think the first supplementary estimates in William Ruto administration had already been floated. And it was supposed to go through her office in terms of scrutiny to realize, just to make sure that it's aligning itself with the big objective, the objective why it was set for. And she's been so specific that she will only approve that which is necessary. That's number one. Number two, Ruto administration are becoming more irritated and uncomfortable with criticism from within government. What am I saying? She's a state officer, and I think just raising eyebrows. You know, that office is independent, by the way, but she's a state officer who is paid by the taxpayers' money. So someone is even telling me, and I think some quarters within KRA, that president has been vouching for government patriotism from state officials. That if you work in Ruto administration, you must support, you should support the government. So I think there are powerful forces who cannot withstand criticism from within government. Why? Do you remember Malala in Kakamega saying that UDA rebel MPs who are criticizing government publicly will be ejected from the party? That was the political party wing. So, and Malala said, and Malala is the Secretary General of the party. I don't want to believe that he just made that. That isn't a roadside statement. That must be a high-profile meeting within the decision makers, and they said, these MPs criticizing us are not part of us, and we must crack the whip. So there is a high likelihood that even there is a crackdown, there could be a crackdown amongst the state officials that are coming out to criticize the government. And Nyango is just being set as an example. That's one thing you can see. Nyango is just being set as an example, and in fact just being sacrificed. Remember, she is the person that approves expenditure, and she has been vocal saying that, and I remember even when she talked about, she was asked about affordable housing, and she said, when she talks with her other friends, even from other sectors, people normally have doubt, and people normally ask the big question, where are the houses? Are we going to get the houses? That is a bit of it. And I see that could be a crackdown for her to be knocked out. And to be knocked out because of her criticism of Kenya Kwanza administration. The third thing I'm seeing is this could be part of the scheme on scandals cover-up. Just within the last 2 months, there have been two scandals hot in this country. Number one is that oil deal. That oil deal, Okia Mtata team have been raising questions that about expenditure, or rather what was withdrawn from the consolidated fund, and has been saying that ministry, that this money that was used to buy this oil probably could be part of that 17 billion that was withdrawn from government. And hot in the heels of that was also the edible oil, and ECC saying this money could be the tune of 30 billion. Now this is what is happening. Maybe Kenya Kwanza team are narrowing down to the leakages, the dossiers that are coming out. And there is a high possibility that as investigations are going around some of these scandals, maybe they are finding out that we need to do a cover-up. And I can suspect, it's a big suspect, you can suspect that the reason why someone wants her out could be probably on those leakages to the public. Because maybe they're asking, who fed Raila with the G2G? They're asking, who fed Okia Mtata with who fed Okia Mtata with the with the 17 billion dossier? Who fed Jimmy Wanjigi with the debt problem? And that has been the problem. So I see her arrest could be part of the cover-up. Then the third aspect, the third speculation you can make, that position could be out for a political bidder. Yes, that happens. That position, maybe the target is that position of control of budget. That position is on target for a political bidder. And I want to tie this with the other point that I said about the termites coming out. Number one, Nyango comes from Kisii. And I remember at one point, Simbarati was saying, you know what? She's being sought after because of tribe also. So maybe they want to give it to someone else, and it will be hawked in politics. Number one, someone is eyeing and maybe is paying a lot of money to kick her out and to get that position. And also largely, that position, she's being knocked out so that someone who is system-leaning can be planted. Because what's the end game? She's arrested, facing these charges, then Chapter 6 is invoked, is provoked. Then the moment we have Chapter 6 questions, now step aside, investigation here and there. Within this investigation, maybe after arrest, it could be said, now for you to get this position, you must do X, Y, Z, or you have to lose that position. There can be a way, there is a lot of machinery that can be used to kick her out. In my position, if I look at those charges, they're a bit flimsy. To me, they look stale. Yeah, they could be valid, yes, but they look stale and a bit intentional, because even if they wanted to do this, I don't think she's the only person in that company that should be arrested. I don't know why the other 10 cannot be arrested, they cannot be found. This is not, this doesn't sound normal. Thank you guys. Let's continue supporting that boy. Yes, that fundraiser is going slow, but I believe I don't give up. I'll try to push by the weekend. Yeah, that will be. I thought we'll do it in 2 days, but I think I'll have to spread it. Asanteni.